Hey friends, it's time to begin the best damn meeting online with Polly, Drunken, and Snoot. It'd be great if they were on time. Hey dude, should we have some news? Copper Squad by Jacqueline. Come and join the Goose Fleet overlords and watch the AAA meeting.
Oh, yes! Hello! Well, welcome to the AAA meeting where one of the A's means ampersand, and it's Monday, my dudes! Which means your host is your favourite drunken uncle. It's me! Drunken Uncle! And I'm joined, as always, by my colonial co-host and collaborator, my patriotic pal, as Sinatra says. Oh, god damn it. My patriotic pal, as Sinatra says.
Yep.
Oh man, I thought I unmuted the server. I didn't. I'm just like, Sin, say something. You didn't know what I was doing. How you doing, man?
I did not. I'm okay. What's going on, bud?
That sounds like that was an accusation, and I just want to say whatever happened, I was at a family barbecue at the time.
Is that true?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take your word for it.
That's fair enough, yeah. How's people of the chat? You may remember Sinatra. He's feeling, he's been somewhat ill at ease in the old respiratory area. What's good, man? You healing?
Just the straight up flu. It sucks.
It's the flu. He's got the flu, guys.
I got
Plenty of sympathy in Sinatra's
flu.
direction, please. He's got the goddamn flu.
And it's not even like the man flu. It's the flu.
It's the actual flu. The flu.
Yeah.
Why does it sounds like what you say to a child is, like the name of a vagina. Don't forget to wash your flu. You see it? The flu is some nasty shit, man. I've had it twice in my life, and that's 2 times too many.
Yeah, this is the most sick I've been in a long time. I even cut my show short last night. I was just because I kept going into coughing fits, and that just takes it out of you. And after the 12th one, I'm like, all right, I'm going to bed.
Fair enough, but guys, you got to appreciate, he's still here today.
Oh, yeah.
He still shows up to the best goddamn meeting online. Why? Because the man's a fucking soldier. How many times have I said that this financial quarter, people of the chat? Someone out there is keeping track. I know of that. It's probably the same guy who kept track of the amount of Mosque albums we had as well. So the antibiotic, I mean, does that help with the flu?
Well, I don't know. It's what they gave me. I think it's to break up the shit in my chest.
Just popping pills like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm very proud to join a very exclusive community, actually. Speaking of which, I've got this.
Oh, you got the maraca?
I got the medicinal maraca. Yeah, a friend of mine came through. He sent me a message. He went, give me a call. I got a present for you. I put in a little order. See, I got right. That what you heard there was 248 Xanax.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's gonna last me the rest of my fucking life. As short as it may be. Depends how many I take at a time. So I'm not had any yet, but yes, it was like 200 quid he charged me for it. So yeah, get in. And he goes, yeah, fuck it, I'm cutting you a deal here because normally he'll sell them for about £2.50 a pop. So it's got a fucking big ass bottle just full of happiness.
The thing I hate the most about this is I have no fucking appetite, dude. I've had to force myself to eat everything that I've eaten.
Oh man, that's the worst thing, because eating's all you got, you know?
I had half a thing of chicken noodle soup yesterday. Today I had a couple of French fries and crackers, a popsicle.
You had a popsicle?
And some Reese cups.
Does that count as food?
It's getting shit in my stomach, I guess.
Sort of, I suppose. The popsicle is more about cooling down the mouth. It's just frozen flavour, really, isn't it?
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
I remember, first time I had the flu, I didn't eat anything. I had it for about a week. Didn't leave my bedroom either. I didn't even go and pee. I was any fucking, because you drink plenty of water, as you do. You need to hydrate, but I was sweating everything out. Like I literally didn't even go and pee.
Yeah, the sweats fucking suck.
I was shivering as well, so I'm still getting a decent workout. But then, as soon as I was better, I was just, oh my god! I got a KFC with like fucking 8 large gravies because my body was just craving salt.
I think I'm on like 48 hours no fever, which is pretty good.
Fevers are fun though, don't? Because I dreamt the weirdest
fuck
shit.
They're not.
Fever dreams. I dreamt the weirdest shit when I had the flu the first time, mate.
Oh my god, I had one last week that I was sneaking Mexicans into Canada.
What?
And everyone's like, what? Well, listen. They stopped me at the border. Like, you're so brave. You're so brave for doing this. I'm like, yeah, I don't want him here. Then everyone hated me.
That just sounds like just a standard Sinatra dream, to be honest. Like,
it does.
You sure that was a fever dream?
Tell the difference.
That's phenomenal. I think it was last year, maybe a year and a half ago, I had the flu again, second time in my life, and it wasn't as bad as the first time, but that was the time where I was getting some fucking weird dreams, because all you're doing is sleeping, and I'm just in bed for fucking days, so I'm just watching shit on my tablet, and I was watching Adventure Time. It was like fucking brilliant Adventure Time. You know, it's fun, it's colourful. Take your mind off of things, do you know what I mean? No, it wasn't though, was it? Because I got to the fucking lemon grab storyline.
Oh my god.
No, that was bad, man. People in the chat, if you don't know, the lemon grab is some dark fucking shit.
It really is.
And couple that with having fever dreams as well. I was having some fucking twisted visions as I was sleeping. I was waking up more exhausted. They were night terrors. Daytime terrors as well, because all I'm doing is sleep. Fucking awful. I'm still kind of haunted by certain episodes of Adventure Time now. I just will not watch the lemon grab episodes anymore.
It's the one with the castle.
Yeah, and I mean, eventually his son goes back as well, doesn't he? And it's like yeah, fucking hell. Like, I don't even like thinking about it, to be honest. Jesus Christ. Adidas in the chat says a lot of Adventure Time is a bad story. It's true, though, isn't it? Like, even the delightful ones where they've got to fucking take the tarts to the ceremony, but you've got the official tart toter. He's fucking terrifying. And it turns out they just ended up killing a load of people as well. Like, that show is twisted.
They're just paralyzed, floating through space.
Yeah, right. That's the last thing you want. I should have watched something else, really. Like, you look at it, you go, oh, that show's always made me feel good, you know? They say cool things, like mathematical, and Jake's fun. No, it's awful. It is dark shit. I'm seeing in the chat, it's J-Kate's birthday. Happy birthday!
Oh, happy birthday, J-Kate.
Sorry, Sin. Did I what now?
Did you see the HBO Adventure Time series?
I don't think so. No, this is
You should check it out. It's pretty good.
I don't know, man. I'm once bitten, twice shy. That kind of thing, you know.
No, HBO is pretty good.
Shuri says, did you see the zombie episode? Fuck yes, I saw the zombie episode.
That's like the first one.
It's fucking dark. Fucking hell. I got a question for you. You might be able to help me out here. Well, you might not be able to because, America to the UK comparison. Where can you watch The Sopranos?
Perfectly legitimate sources.
Ah, there. Yeah, good answer.
And I also think HBO.
I don't have HBO here. Like the app. I don't think there is an HBO app.
I think it's called Max now, but yeah, legitimate sources or Max.
I think legitimate sources is going to have to be the way. I want to be able to. just where I'm sat right now, play a game on one monitor and have The Sopranos going on another monitor. And I like to play watch themed things according to what I'm playing. So I'm playing Kerbal Space Program or Space Engineers. I'll generally watch something like Star Trek. If I'm playing Red Dead Redemption, you watch Westworld,
That's
so now I'm
fair.
thinking, like, if I'm watching The Sopranos, you're going to play, what, Mafia?
I don't know.
It would be The Godfather, but you can't get it anywhere on PC. Now, that was such a good game.
Did you see The Sopranos?
Not all of it. No, I've seen.
Oh,
I mean, here's the thing: when you and Polly sit there and go like, "Hey, like Uncle Junior says that thing," and you're like, "Oh yeah," like I don't know.
I am jealous that you get to watch it for the first time.
Well, it's not for no. I have seen many episodes.
Yeah, but you don't. You get to watch it all the way through for the first time. I'm so fucking jealous.
That's the beautiful thing about it. Yeah, doing it from start to finish, as like an actual project, I suppose is the right word here, as opposed to binge. Yeah,
Sopranos and Banshee are the two shows that whenever someone says they're watching it for the first time, I go, "Fuck you."
I have been watching Banshee through perfectly legitimate sources.
So good.
His grandmate Anthony Starr is just fucking excellent, isn't he?
He is. Did you get to the where he fights the MMA guy?
Yeah, that's like fucking episode 3 of season 1, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, where he rapes his girl and he beats her up so bad he almost fucking kills her. Like, yeah. So he gets in the ring with him as well. He's not even a sheriff, is he? He's a con artist.
His hand apart.
Absolutely mental show. But there's the beauty of that in Sopranos as well. Like me and my friend, my old housemate, we used to watch some episodes. No one had the DVDs or anything like that, and this is pre-streaming. So it was just if it was on the TV, we'd watch it. But it's the Christmas episode with his sister, and she's dating this guy who keeps falling asleep at the table.
The Sopranos?
The Sopranos, yeah. Because
fuck it. What's Gina?
But he's a proper god-bothering bloke, do you know what I mean? So he just keeps saying, like, "Hey, have you heard the good news? He is risen." So even to this day, me and we don't live together anymore, obviously. But whenever I see him, or even sometimes I'll just text him, "Have you heard the good news?" Fucking brilliant. Love that episode. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Pete to the dub, it's Polly Dub.
Hey.
Ooh.
He heard Sopranos and he started driving home real fast.
That's exactly what happened, isn't it? He just popped up like Sooty and Sweep. Jesus Christ. How you doing, Polly?
I'm doing all right. You know what a secret of The Sopranos is, Drunken? Every Christmas episode is awesome. Everyone.
They are.
I don't know why that is. Maybe they were excited that they were taking a seasonal break or something, and they just decided, well, let's write a banger, and they did.
Well, they were just waiting to get to the Christmas party once someone shouted out, "That's a wrap."
Yeah.
I mean, because I've been in Christmas episodes of things, and they're filmed in the summer normally.
Yeah, months before. That's a good point, right?
Yeah.
So, maybe it's still a seasonal break, middle of summer, and then that's when their break is. Yeah, it's the we're done.
True,
yeah.
Yeah, summer holidays.
No, they filmed it and it went live that night.
Just like South
With as
Park.
much editing, there is no.
They don't. They edit it in camera. They just film all the scenes in order, and they just send the tape out to HBO or perfectly legitimate sources.
Right. Every episode with the narcoleptic guy and Janice, his sister, is fucking classic.
The narcoleptic. Yeah, that's right. He is risen. Right. That's
Janice.
the guy.
When they're having Thanksgiving dinner and Jackie Jr. comes in and he's just like, "Have you heard the good news?" He goes, "We met before, remember? He is risen." I know.
I love it because they've just had a big old meal and everyone's sat at the table. This guy's falling asleep and fucking Tony starts throwing bits of bread at him.
Yeah,
he's got almost time for turkey sandwiches. Fucking fantastic. Right, speaking of fantastic, 10 minutes ago, the AAA Awards Council, my God, the AAA Awards Council sin. Threw $1, said, we will be retracting Sinatra's longest time without being sick award until a further time when we can update the total length. We don't count viral infections since COVID was a thing. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. So they're not saying you're not going to get it back, Sin. Just think of it as they're taking it away for cleaning, and that never happens on the AAA.
Does need to be cleaned.
It is covered in dust and fucking phlegm, and that never happens on the AAA. My God, that never happens on the AAA. Polly, throw $1. Said, looks like we finally get a game. I miss this game a lot, Drunksly. So Sinatra, where the fuck is Polly? He's right here.
Where?
It's Polly.
I found
No, where was Polly? That's the game.
I mean, where was Polly? Where were you, Polly? You all right? Everything good? Didn't have to clean up a crime scene or anything? Like...
I have friends at a funeral parlor. They bury 2 for 1. You know, it's an old tactic, but it works.
Yeah, buy in bulk. Yeah, it's just cheaper in the long run, isn't it? Yeah.
Double layer coffins. It's like I said, it's a really old game, but the cops have yet to figure it out. He's got to pay off the pallbearers who have to carry double the weight.
Exactly. Exactly. Shuru in the chat says, I dare you to watch Happy. I've seen it. If you're on about the fucking the guy with the imaginary friend which belongs to his daughter, solving the mystery of who kidnapped her, that show was fucking brilliant. I have really enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah, based on a comics, which is incredibly violent. Great show. Unfortunately, it got cancelled after season 2. You had the Christmas season and then the Easter season. Fucking brilliant show, man. It was dark as all hell, but fucking hilarious at points as well. You know, he's got like a big old fucking welt on his face where he's just like had the shit knocked out of him, and he does. It's like 10 episodes of this poor guy just getting his fucking head kicked in, but he's tough as old boots, Polly. And I think it was in season 2, he fucking used a bit of glass to fucking break his skin and let the fucking blood out. And he go, just like lancing a hemorrhoid.
Nothing like breaking a blood blister when you do it yourself.
Dude, fucking excellent show. Well, I mean, now we're all here as well, guys. If you're feeling particularly generous tonight, of course, especially to our good friend Sinatra, he's waded through phlegm and dried tissues and bullshit to be here tonight just to give you the best goddamn show online. And Polly has showed up. So, if you're feeling particularly generous, then you can go to streamlabs.com/drunkenuncle, streamlabs.com/Sinatra_says_livestreams, and streamlabs.com/polydublive. We, of course, have for $25, we can turn Sinatra into oranges because he needs the vitamin C. We can turn Polly into a ferret. And for $25 on top of that, we can turn Sinatra into a meatball. And we can turn Polly into a kaiju ferret. We got it all going on in this, yet another episode, number 357. Of the AAA media.
Have you guys watched Boardwalk Empire?
I have seen some. Steve Buscemi, right?
Yeah. Holly, have you?
Yeah, I watched the whole series.
Is it good?
You watched all of it?
No.
Oh.
It's not?
The costuming is great. The era is great. The actors are fucking great. The writing is okay.
It's about prohibition, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
alcohol, liquor, booze.
Yeah. That.
Why do I always think that's Henry Cavill?
Why do you think that?
I don't know. I was asking you.
Well, I have no idea. That's pretty weird. I don't know. Why do you think that? It's a skinny guy who doesn't resemble him. What the hell?
Well, he had to be skinny at some point. It's like a teenage Henry Cavill.
But that guy's like clearly in his 30s.
Yeah, but that means he was a teenager once. Wait, do you mean Henry Cavill or him? See, I'm getting mixed up again.
Him.
Which one's
The
him?
alcoholic or booze guy.
You don't know Henry Cavill's not an alcoholic or booze guy.
He doesn't look like a heavy drinker, though he might be.
Nah, good source of protein.
Sure. See, Thomas,
he's
for
not.
$2.
It's
Polly,
really
I want
not.
to know that. Polly, I want you to know that I've been playing Pokemon Arceus. Okay. And named the otter Pokerman after you. His name is Polyderp. That works.
I like that.
That works.
There's a ferret type guy. Is that the guy he's on about?
Is there a fair Pokeman?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't refer to it as a Pokemon myself, because Pokemon, there's 150 of them. Anything after that is just a money grab. Not a lemon
151.
grab.
I was about to say, the Pokedex is a lot bigger than that, sir.
Now it is, yeah, but I'm got original 150, like, the ones that you could get like a wall poster of. You keep saying, but I mean, Mew wasn't a Pokemon, was he? Because he wasn't naturally. Mewtwo, my mistake, wasn't naturally occurring. 'Twas but a clone. There's just some fucking scary lore behind that as well. Like, there's so few people around, because this is like in a post-nuclear war wasteland. Pokemon universe, yeah. Speak once again back to Adventure Time. That is actually the case.
Yeah, literally, yes.
It's following the Mushroom Wars.
The Great Mushroom War.
Which was, of course, nuclear fucking detonations going on.
And if you ever see the planet, a huge chunk is missing out of it.
That show is terrifying. Why did I think it was a good idea to watch when I had the flu? Fucking hell. Shuru says, have you seen Cow and Chicken? Of course I've seen Cow and Chicken. Mama had a chicken. Mama had a cow. Dad was proud. He didn't care how. Cow. I also, and the devil, which always just always constantly showing his bright red ass. What the fuck was that about? I also saw the ones that were connected to it as well. I Am Weasel.
Yeah. Fucking hilarious.
I Am Baboon.
Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I always played with it.
Oh, mate, Billy and Mandy, that was some good shit. Good. That was.
Yeah. Fucking hilarious.
Have your guys' Twitter just been like, just random videos of people fucking dying?
I think Polly can answer that one for me.
No, it hasn't. But Twitter has been getting weird. I don't know why that tweets from years ago are suddenly getting fucking attention of mine. It's strange.
Like, my homepage is fucking just random videos of people dying.
No. Holy shit.
There was my favourite, most memorable episode of I Am Weasel. Because Weasel is very, very charismatic. Everyone loved I Am Weasel. And he was being a scientist. Well, he is a scientist. He's a genius, isn't he? And he said, today we shall create life. So he did. He pulled out a packet called Seeds O' Life, and he spat in it, and his assistant spat in it, and so he had it was tiny little. He created microscopic life. It was tiny little weasels and tiny little sexy lab assistant. And I.R. Baboon was like, "Well, I'm going to do that as well." And he spits in it and fucking stirs it around with his finger. And the baboons, his little people, end up waging war on the weasels. That was just fucking excellent. A brilliant episode. I absolutely loved that. There was some really, I mean, cartoons back then they didn't give a shit, did they? Are you talking like Ren and Stimpy era?
Oh, they didn't give a fuck.
They did not. Ham and
You
Beans.
could have Ed, and Eddie.
I never watched Ed and Eddie.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Or Phineas and Ferb, although I see the memes a lot. If I had a nickel every time something happened, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. It's just such a solid
Phineas and Ferb was okay. It wasn't the greatest thing ever, but it was all right. Yeah.
A few people in the chat are saying, yes, it has been recently. Mine is doing it. I hate it. That's weird.
That is weird. Not the easiest wank. Well,
focused.
What was the name of the bad guy in Phineas and Ferb? He was like a scientist.
I don't know, I've never seen it.
You've never seen it? Okay. But I only... Because everything I know about it is just from casually perusing screenshots online. But apparently the reason this guy is so evil is because neither of his parents showed up to his birth.
Yeah, I'd be mad too.
It's fantastic.
Viewer, thank you for the $1.
Oh, sorry.
You missed saying happy birthday to JK, you bastard. Okay, you're not the bastard. Your job's a bastard. But some bastard better say happy birthday, you bastards. Okay.
I said
bastardizing it.
Yeah.
Well,
bastardized, yeah. It actually is, yeah.
Yeah. But happy birthday, JK.
Happy birthday, JK.
Happy birthday.
We've got loads of people in the chat saying it's Doofenshmirtz. Professor Doofenshmirtz was the guy. Courage of Cowardly Dog. Yes, I remember that as well. There was also a much older show called Grimmy, which was also about a dog. Celebrity Deathmatch from Market Zero. Now that was
great.
That was fucking brilliant.
Well, no one's ever watched it, but it apparently had a huge fucking viewership, and I thought it was hilarious. Mighty Magiswords. Fucking great.
I've never even heard of that.
I know.
What'd you say?
I see. Mighty Magiswords.
No.
I remember
like
hearing
Power
it described
Rangers?
as the show that really needs to calm down. It's a good description.
I love it. Sold. Watching that.
Far's
There
like,
you go.
the last time I brought it up with Far, she's like, yeah, I know, you brought it before. I tried watching it. I tried falling asleep to it, but it was just so fast and everyone was talking so quick and loud. I was just like, no. And I was like, yeah, but the whole thing's based around like, gaming and they're adventurers that you hire to go get like magic creatures in a fantasy setting. No.
I used to love there was a cartoon called Dungeons and Dragons. Any of you remember that? It was some kids. They were at a theme park. They went on a ride and they ended up going into the world.
They appeared and the Dungeon Master was there and they all got their weapons and.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Now the beauty, because I watched Dungeons and Dragons with Captain Kirk, right? The movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
The new one?
The new one, yeah. Brilliant, by the way. Excellent film.
I heard it was pretty good.
I really, really enjoyed it. But there was so much fan service in it as well. So like, you're like, what, third act? They're in this arena competing against other people. It's not spoilers or anything like that. But one of the teams they're competing against are dressed as the characters from the cartoon Dungeons and Dragons. And
Really?
I was that meme of Leo DiCaprio pointing at the TV. That was a fucking brilliant cartoon. Although it was back in the day when they didn't show cartoons in order. If there was episode, if it was on every day, it would be one day it was from season 2, the next day it was from season 1, season 4 the next day. So it was impossible to get to the end of anything. I think back in the day, the only show that I actually saw to the end was Mighty Max.
Was
Max,
Mighty
anyone?
Mouse.
No, Mighty Max.
Oh, Mighty Max.
Based on the toys, Mighty Max, which was based on the toys, Polly Pocket, but for boys. Someone out there knows this. He had a magic hat which opened portals.
It's Polly Pocket, but for boys.
It literally was Polly Pocket for boys. And I loved these toys as well, man, because I was very small at the time. I had Skull Mountain and everything. Like, I got for my birthday. I was so fucking happy. It was just plastic tat, but fuck, I paid good money for Skull Mountain again. Should we,
Skull Mountain. Was it anything like Castle Grayskull? Was it just like a reimagined Castle Grayskull?
What?
It was He-Man.
He, comma, man. It's different.
It was just like, it was he-boy, effectively. But the toys were fucking excellent because they were like just like Polly Pocket was toys that you could keep in your pocket if girls were allowed things like pockets, which they're not. They'd only abuse them. What would they keep in it? Arguments from years ago. That's what they'd keep in it. So these Mighty Max toys, you could they like fold closed, and when you opened them up, it'd be like some kind of fucking mad professor's laboratory or something in there. Like they were really fucking cool, man.
I loved the Micro Machines.
Oh,
like the little tiny cars. I still have them.
I mean, that's speaking of foldable toys again. As a child, I had, and again, it was plastic tap. It was called Super Van City, right? So as a thing, you had all these fucking roads and shit like that. You had fucking parking lot, and little car washes and shit like that. But you could also fold it all up, and it folded up into a van. So like that, it was like two toys in one. It was this a giant van that you could unfold into a city.
Oh yeah. I think I know
my
what you're talking about.
God, it was amazing.
The parking lot folded up into a van?
No, the whole city folded up into a van.
That's crazy.
Dude, it was fucking shit hot, mate. Especially when, like, it's all about cars and shit like that. You had a little drag racing thing at the bottom and everything, so you could race your fucking cars. And then Mighty Max showed up, the one pedestrian.
You wouldn't get away with it here. You shouldn't get away with it at home.
It's Steel Fang.
I remember Mighty Max.
Good.
Also real Ghostbusters.
Good.
What did you think about gargoyles?
Gargoyles. That was.
Oh man, you haven't seen Gargoyles from Disney of all days?
I mean,
all
not big
places?
on the Disney. It just wasn't allowed in my house. I say not allowed.
You wouldn't think it was Disney. That's the great part about it. And it's like Star Trek,
Oh my
the
God.
Actors Reunion animated show.
Do you know, I've just googled
Joshua
it. And
Montgomery
it looks,
is right. The Micro Machines Super Van City. That was dope.
That is literally what I was just talking about.
Well, yeah, you said it was something stupid though.
People who are watching this right now, obviously keep the stream open, but Google Super Van City. I've just Googled gargoyles. It does, I think, well, obviously, it's mainly pictures of, elaborate stone carvings on the side of churches.
Disney's Gargoyles.
Disney's got, yeah, no, there's a couple of pictures here where I'm going, oh no, I recognize that dude. Okay, so I think I have seen it. But I'm
Fantastic fucking plot. Gargoyles are real. They're in ancient Scotland. They protect a fucking castle.
Of course.
No,
A wizard puts a curse on them that turns them to stone, and that's the thing, is that they're stone for the day, and at night, crack breaks off of them, their stone shell, and they become real gargoyles who walk around.
Swappers.
And a wizard curses them, and the curse is, whoa.
No, I've just found the commercial for Super Van City. We're watching this in a second. Do continue. Sorry,
Yes.
Polly.
the curse is until the castle rises above the clouds. You'll never be made real again. And-
Jokel, what did you call this?
Super Van City.
No, you called it something else.
I called it Super Van City.
Not Micro Machine. The hell did you call him?
I called it
Mighty
Super Van. I called it Micro Machine. You're on about Mighty
Mighty
Max.
Mighty Max. Yes.
Oh
it
yeah,
was.
no, Mighty Max was shit. I had loads of them, mate. I had to wait as well because I'm not like everyone else. I have a birthday in the middle of the year where I can get the things that I want in the middle of the year. Toys that you build. No, I've got to wait a full fucking year for anything I want. So of course I go, so Little Millard, what do you want? Mighty Max. Okay, we'll get you some Mighty Max. What Mighty Max do you want? Yes.
Seen chat, they're absolutely right. Ham and
Oh,
beans and patio furniture. Gargoyles have the best fucking voice acting. Anyway, a guy buys the castle in the future.
Right.
Xanatos, voiced by Jonathan Frakes, Commander Riker from Star Trek TNG. And
Okay.
he buys a castle in Scotland and puts it on top of his skyscraper. And when night falls, boom, the gargoyles are real. But now in New York. And-
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Gargoyles
And-
in the city.
Yeah, and the one female gargoyle is voiced by Deanna Troi, and she's like the evil one, and so on and so forth. And the main gargoyle, Goliath, is voiced by my favorite
Keith
voice
David.
actor, is Keith David.
As I just saw patio furniture, say, Keith David, fucking brilliant, because his voice is just fucking, it's pure syrup, mate.
Oh man.
Sexy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we're gonna watch the fucking. I think it's a 30-second.
Where are we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
Akira, I'm gonna get to that in a second because we are about to watch the commercial for Micro Machines Super Van City right
Rated
here
PG.
on the AAA. Yeah, there better not be tits in it. Like this is Super Van City, and all of a sudden there's like popping champagne and there's bitches twerking. Right, this is fucking. I've not seen this commercial because I didn't want this. I got balls it, and I was like, "This is fucking brilliant." Last day of school, like just before the summer holidays, we were allowed to bring toys in, our own toys. Of course, it was because the teachers didn't want to fucking do anything new because it was the last day. They're hungover, you know what I mean? They've done the spring
Can you
cleaning
blame
and
'em?
shit. So we all got to bring it out, and every year I brought in Super Van City, and good lord, was I a popular boy that day. Right, here we go.
Next stop, Super Van City.
Yeah!
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3.
You can get into town. Super Van City. Just
Yes!
get on down. Micro machines taking over the place with real racing dragsters ready to race.
Ready to race, Polly.
Bridges and an airport too. A car wash serving you. Super Van City. Micro machines.
The Micro Machine, Super Van City. You put it together, fold it up, take it away. Vehicle collection sold separately.
Of course, yeah. You had to buy your own vehicle collection, right? I forgot there was
how
a
many
helicopter
of them
pad.
little how many of them inside micro machines did it come with? None. Like,
None.
Did you get the helicopter at least?
I think you did, yeah.
Okay, well that's something.
I think you did. Gosh, yeah, I can't remember, Matt. The quality of that video still holds up, though. Fucking, I love it. I've never seen the commercial before either. They're just like, dragsters, drag race, racing your cars, car wash.
Well, I'll give credit to the singer, man. He was committed to the bit. Drag race, racers, racing.
You could always taste the cocaine, couldn't you? I got a habit, man. I got a habit. I need to get some work.
All the comments in chat, Arrow Shogun. I feel so old. Who is it that said the
That's Arrow Shogun.
I'm old enough to be Sin and possibly Polly's mom, the bookworm addict.
Sherry said I had the lunchbox type. Oh, no way. That's fucking awesome. Molly Okami says, damn, you've just flooded me with nostalgia. Fucking amazing. Bucket says I sold one a few months ago on eBay. What? Well, when's it getting here, man? Come on, I've sent you my money. Fuck it, Super Van City. Super Van City. But then he went drag steam racing your cars, and then he's just so like they go, oh, you've also got to mention the car wash. He's like, well, what do I say for a car wash? Even an airport, drag team races, racing your cars, car wash. He just said car wash. There was no like washing your cars. It's just big titty bitches scrubbing your windscreen.
It's self-explanatory. What are you gonna do? Car wash. Washing your car. Just like what are you gonna say?
I mean, you could have done car wash watching your cars, yeah. Don't forget to tip now.
Tip who?
You wouldn't get away with it here. You shouldn't get away with it at home.
Oh, yeah.
Good God, Drunkle, with the excitement and energy you bring to the description of your childhood toys, you could sell a ketchup popsicle to a lady wearing white gloves. Now do Bud Light.
You could sell a ketchup popsicle to a lady wearing white gloves. I got a hand in here, dude. I've never heard that before, but that made total fucking sense. Well, actually, that was 25. We had 25 from Festonia, and we've had 25 from Steel Fang. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make an executive decision right here. I'm gonna turn Sinatra into oranges, and I'm gonna turn Polly into a cute weasel with a hat.
Woo!
Get off the table. Akira threw $5. He says, howdy, Drunksy. Howdy, Akira. Just got home from a long day at work. Got to sit down to watch AAA and the goddamn power goes out. No way. So I'm on the porch watching from my phone. So
you watch on your phone? That's
amazing. So here's $5 complaint. Fucking top work, mate. Fucking top work. This guy has worked to be here. God bless you, Akira. Doctor Dolly says, what do you classify as good money, Drunkle? And then he sent me an eBay link, which is I'm going to take it. Against my better judgment, I'm going to take it. And oh god, it's Skull Mountain. It's Skull Mountain, complete plastic tap, $160, guys.
Oh,
right. But I mean, look, many hours spent having fun. You can't put a price on that.
I'm kind of just seeing that commercial, and it was leading up to it, and I'm thinking, fuck, that's a cool toy, man. And then I'm kind of happy and sad at the same time because I'm like, kids today don't have toys like this. Their toys suck.
Dude, there's no more toy stores.
Like, what do they have? Like, Barbie, what gender do I want to be today? Where you, like, change out the chest and the bulge?
That sounds
I don't want to see what toys they have today.
The chest out the
There's no more toy stores. Like, growing up, we had toy stores. We had Toys R Us. We had KB
The department
toys.
store had a toy store area. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, no, you're fucking right. I'm going to go on to Amazon and look at all the ESG approved toys that are available.
Mind you, like, even if you do get a toy, then it's just going to be like, oh, and also scan this QR code to download the app. Because they're still after your child's information there, and it'll be like, oh, you get a free cartoon about you choose your own gender Barbie or something like that. But they're gonna need your fucking email address and your address and your age and shit like that. Or, everything is connected. I remember they re-released Tamagotchi, coming from the Japanese tamago, which means egg, and chi, which means little. So it's just literally little egg. You remember Tamagotchi?
Really, Drunkle? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What?
I believe you.
It's
It's just how you it's like, I think everyone knows what Tamagotchi is, but it's time for some factoids. Okay.
It was just a little. Yeah. Do you tell me you
Just
didn't
so you
find that
wanted to know.
interesting?
From the Japanese tomato, meaning yeah,
Tomato, meaning red fruit,
yeah.
and chi, which means communist. But also, so does red fruit. They
Or may or may
those.
not have an entire Tamagotchi collection. So I know all about the latest release of Tamagotchi in frightening detail.
When it first came out, mate, I saved up. They were, I think, £13 from Woolworths. Took me weeks to save up, and I finally got one. And all they had was I'm going to get a cat. I'm going to get a cat. No, all they had was babies. So I ended up with this fucking Tamagotchi. It was a fucking baby that shat everywhere. Man,
So
that
I think
baby.
it's best that we don't point out that Tamagotchis were for girls.
Hey yo, invest in stonks, gamers.
Alright, now just wait for my fucking time.
E to the dubs. It's Polydub.
Bitch, let me have it. I'm that savage.
Why do you keep screaming, bro?
Baby, that's a habit.
No, you wait. You wait.
Oh, all right.
How the fuck were Tamagotchis for girls?
Because they are so cutesy Oooooooh, they make fresh baked Oooooooh seem downright gritty.
Oh, so it was caring for something, and that's a girl's
That's
job.
exactly it. It's a cutesy Oooooooh animal.
It's Steel Fang.
Toys nowadays don't require imagination.
Now that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. Because I mean, as I said, like, you know, Supervan City, because you crossed your toys over, didn't you? Mighty Max was walking around Supervan City. Do you know what I mean? Your G.I. Joe's coming in. Oh my god, he just stopped the nuke.
I'll tell you something about G.I. Joe. You always hear this fucking complaint around it and Transformers. Those cartoons were just giant long form commercials for the toys. I'm like, and? It provided an incredible amount of lore, and considering they were just long form commercials, the cartoons still fucking stand up. You know what doesn't stand up? Velma.
Oh, I was going to say people in wheelchairs.
A week after it aired.
Yeah, but they were
Not
only
even
doing
a week.
season 2.
Yeah, while it aired.
Yeah, they're doing season 2. It's been confirmed, season 2 of Velma, because so many people hate watched it. Yeah, how sad is that?
It doesn't matter if no one watched it. It's on a streaming service. They could tell you everyone watched it. It wouldn't make a difference.
But I think that's what's coming up with The Witcher as well. I've seen like the fandom around it. The fans are going, look, just don't watch it. Don't even hate watch it, because they don't care why you're watching it. They just care that you are. And that means they'll think they made the right choice, and they're going to keep going. Looney Lenny says, I think you missed my donation. I'm sorry, dude. Looney Lenny threw $1. He said, my favourite was the 2003 Ninja Turtles. I think I've got to go even more old school with Ninja Turtles for that one. Like, way back. The thing about, what was his name? From Leonardo with the swords, right? He never actually used his sword. It would normally, like, he would save the day by using his sword to cut a rope. And then, you know, like a cage would fall on people or something like that. But he never actually sliced anyone up
with
proper,
the unedged thing, that just the stick. He had the bow staff, so he could just thump dudes. It was fine.
Oh, yeah, he had the bow. Okay, yeah.
And that's what was awesome about the comic, the original Eastman and Laird black and white comic. No, Leonardo could cut people into pieces. It was fucking fantastic.
Oh, good.
Festonia, thank you for the $25. Who's pre-ordered some limes for Wednesday, which I'm perfectly okay with, and as we all know, it's just fine. You're welcome. For the Weaseling, Polly, by the way, as a flaming heterosexual, I might say that the hat you're sporting makes you look great. Thank you.
He does look good, doesn't
Yeah, the little
Now
jaunty angle and all.
Now imagine that, the size of Godzilla. And for $25, you haven't got to imagine that. I think I was going to mention one more thing. I think it was Cow and Chicken, IR Baboon, Billy and Mandy. That was shit hot. No, I'm not going to be able to remember. Should we get into the news? We're an hour late with the news. Half an hour late. Let's get into it.
Wow.
People of the chat.
I don't know. Member buries the show. Is that so bad? Is that really so bad?
Oh, shit. Kyle Max says, who else tried to make Stretch Armstrong explode? I didn't have a Stretch Armstrong. I had his nemesis, Vac Man. Right?
You know, there was a week like 2 years ago that I pretended it was like the mid 1980s. I would only listen to music that was from that period and watch shows that were from that period. It was
fun week.
It was a week because I didn't think I could go much longer because I don't know. But I set in advance, like, you know, I was just, everything that was coming out now was crap. The music sucked.
Yeah.
TV shows sucked.
Yeah.
Couldn't stand fuck Trump, the news.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pretend it's the fucking, you know, mid 1980s, 1984, 5, and 6. And so, you know,
Polly's there like, I've got hair again.
As my dad would say, I don't care if it turns gray as long as it stays up there. And so far, big win.
Fair enough. Shuru suggests Samurai Jack. That was an interesting one because he would attack things with his swords. He could only fight robots. They couldn't actually show him cutting up people, which again is why fucking Leonardo never actually used his swords on any people in the cartoons. He wasn't allowed to. But Samurai Jack got around it by having him slicing up robots. Well,
in the cartoon, they just made all the foot soldiers robots so they could shatter them to pieces. It was like Star Wars. Let's make all the soldiers robots so the Jedi can cut them to pieces with their sabers.
Yeah, you can get around things like that because robots are not, and nor shall they ever be, seen as a form of life.
Well, that gives me an idea. I never thought about that. What I should do a reimagined poly edit of Phantom Menace, where during the title crawl, I'll add the words. And the Vicious Trade Federation, in addition to running a blockade of the poor planet Naboo, has also figured a way to trap human souls inside of robots that feel real pain. And then just audio edit over top of it. These bloody murder screams.
Tell me you white without telling me you white.
Just believe it or else.
When an otter turns into a weasel, its ego inflates so much that it begins to show physical change and, more often than not, yells cocksucker far more often than it would. Look out, it's a kaiju.
That is Believe It or Ripley's Believe It or Else, I dare say. So I think Polly, you're gonna have to go off screen just for a moment there, where you get massively fucking kaiju'd up. Thank you very much for the 2501. Believe it or else, you succeeded in making all of us laugh right there. Fucking, well, maybe not Sinatra, but he can't laugh. It might kill him. Do you remember Jackie Chan had a cartoon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sucked.
But there was this old guy, and he would do like some fucking form of, fucking old Chinese smoke magic. But the chant was always the same. You know, guai guai fai di cao. That's all I remember from that fucking show. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a kaiju in our midst. Dun, dun, dun,
yeah.
dun, dun. Looking good.
Atomic breath is real. I just choose not to use it.
Atomic breath, right? Yeah, was right. Right. Let's get into the goddamn news because we are.
Well, really quick, Eloin,
go on.
Did you use a rotary phone? Clever. I actually did, yeah. In the sense that I program a phone to ring like an old school heavy duty secretary's phone. So it was ring, 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 ring. It was great. I had to look for that fucking ringtone, but it was fucking worth it. It took me back. And JTR says Golden Girls and Cosby Show. No, I've never watched Golden Girls. But Cosby Show, absolutely, fucking hilarious.
You need to get hip to the Golden Girls, Polly.
Well, I don't know. You need to get over all those false allegations to my boy Dr. Bill.
But the thing,
the cause is real.
If you find it on the, through perfectly legitimate sources, you can watch it carte blanche. Because
Carte blanche. I see what you're blanche. Golden Girl. Wow.
Never saw it myself. Third Rock from the Sun, however, loved it. Right, let's get
Third Rock. Dude, Third Rock from the Sun was so goddamn good. And then when John Lithgow showed back up in Dexter, that was goddamn good. He was Trinity.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I never got that far, I think.
Yeah, he was the Trinity killer in Dexter.
Season 1 of Dexter was fucking astounding.
Dexter was a good show.
Right. Look, should we have some news?
Yeah,
Because I could just keep this for next Monday.
Showtime remake of it. It was disappointing.
We'll just have the titular article.
News.
We'll just have the titular article and just spend the next half hour just talking about nostalgia. Seriously, I'm not joking. We can do that.
Nah, it's M news.
So news. Darth Mando suggests make Sinatra into the Dragon Ball Z dragon. Sid?
Oh, Shenron?
Would you like a bit of that?
I'm happy being a dragon.
You'd like? Okay.
Drunkle, wait, hold on. You can't do that.
Why can't I do that?
It's called Dragon Ball Z in Japan.
Yeah.
It's not a question.
Well, I'm not in
country.
Japan, am I?
It doesn't matter. That's the name of the thing.
Don't care.
It's like the way you can't call it, I don't know, ye old Pokemon just to make it English. It doesn't work like that.
Okay, that's no, you're right. It doesn't work like that. You don't just make things English by putting ye old at the beginning.
That's exactly how you do it.
Pokemon and T. You can't. That's not allowed. I mean, there's a title to the thing that the creators came up with, and that's the end of it.
Don't care. JZ. ZZ Top.
No, that's not all right.
Don't care. Plus, today is Monday, and everywhere's Britain, so just fucking deal with it, me old chap, because you're British as well. I mean, look, Andrew Thorson in the chat says Japan is England today. See, this guy gets me.
If we're in England, why are there palms? And where's my clotted cream?
A blood clot. That's what I'm getting from you, right?
Clearly, you know some West Indians. That was good.
Right, over to the news. Starting as ever with a Babylon Bee. Here we go. It is a Chinese restaurant owner retiring to spend less time with family. It's not related to the news, but this literally tickled me, mate. I laughed so much. Did you get it, Polly? Did you get it? Polly, did you get it? Polly?
Uh-huh.
You do? You do get it? Explain the joke, Polly.
Well, see, he's a Chinaman.
Yeah. Yeah.
They tend to have their family working at
He gets
at
it,
the restaurants.
He understands, yeah. So
they're a lot like the Ferengi. Exploitation begins at home. You know.
That's like the 7th rule of acquisition.
Yeah, exactly.
Lulu Lenny says, do you say Gen Z or Gen Z? I say Gen Z. Unironically. This is a link to some personal news. The prawns, my friends, the prawns are currently not talking to me. They're in a mood.
Why? What'd you do?
I told them off for driving home absolutely shit-faced. And they go, no, mirrored. In China, we do that all the time. I go, well, you're not in fucking China, mate. It's Monday. Everywhere's Britain. And they go, no, it's okay. I'll get home fine. I go, Steve, it's not you I'm worried about, you dickhead. It's who you're going to fucking hit with your car on the way home, you twat.
You were right to tell them off.
Thank you. Yeah, I know.
No,
so
you're 100% the right man to argue with you. Just keep going. Yeah, you
I am.
should.
Yeah,
Giving them a good fucking shake and a slap too.
I'd love that. Yeah. So they're not. Yeah, and they're both miserable as well because of course they're very, very Chinese and no one else really speaks prawn besides me because their accents are so broad. So they just they're sat there just fucking being miserable, and they just need a bit of time to get over themselves. But yes, I look, I appreciate the vindication right there, the affirmation. And it is nice to hear, but I already knew I was 100% correct in telling them off. Because it's not fucking difficult to not have a skin full of booze and drive home, is it? And here's the thing as well, Polly, I'm going to Kin, I will call you an Uber. And Steve, he lives down the road from me, so I just went, and I will walk home with you, mate. So they didn't need to drive at all. But they still fucking did. Pieces of shit. So when they eventually come back come crawling back on slanty knees, and they say, Mirrored, I'm very sorry. I shall look down upon them, and I shall consider it. Let's get into the main news, and we're going on a speed run here, guys.
So they misgender you? Dead name you, rather?
Well, it's very difficult to explain the concept of being a non-binary mask. Not only to people from a separate country, but also a country like China, and also very, very old people.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to have to explain anything that's going on in the world to very, very old people.
No. So,
yeah, it's best to avoid that if you can.
I'm calling this a holiday at the moment. They'll get over themselves eventually. But,
it's been a long time since I've talked to the kids. What are they up to these days?
That.
They're very Tom Sawyer-y. They paint fences and skip stones by the river, just like in your day, old man.
Dodging bombs and bullets on the way to school.
They're not gender nonconformists being manipulated by their parents into political tools, absorbed by weirdos on the internet. No, not at all.
And we got Molly Okami just actually us in the most.
I saw that. Yeah,
he said the seventh rule of acquisition is actually keep your ears open. Molly, I fucking love you. Thank you for that. That is the best actually.
Ever. I was gonna type in. Okay, I was just typing. I already had Molly, and I was gonna say, okay, the rules of acquisition. Right? I don't remember the particular one that it was, but like hearing Drunken talk about Star Trek.
I'm gonna have a wee. Christ.
It's fine.
Oh,
it's like watching a dog walk on its hind legs. It's not done well, but you're impressed to see it done at all.
I mean, that's fair. That's yeah. So, not a fan of Boardwalk Empire, huh?
No. It actually upset.
Did you watch Peaky
over
Blinders?
No. Well,
my brother liked that show.
I've seen clips like fucking mad. Yeah, but no.
Yeah, I need a new show to watch. I'm almost done with Shameless.
Oh, you haven't seen Deadwood
or Yellowstone.
Okay, so just like I was saying, or excuse me, you were saying, you motherfucker, you get to see it for the first time.
Oh, which one?
Deadwood more than Yellowstone. Deadwood fucking surprisingly, shockingly good. It is the best show that HBO put out in terms of its writing, its acting. Wait, Swearingen, you above all people are gonna Al Swearingen, the main character, just gonna fucking adore that man. The writing is peak. It's better than Sopranos. Like in terms of consistent quality, yeah, it actually beats out Sopranos.
Hulu, Max. All right, that's it.
You know, have you ever watched a Western and thought, this isn't realistic? It's not gritty enough. The Old West wasn't like this. You ever thought that?
No.
All the time.
I did. And it was a case of, be careful what you ask for. You might get it, because it's all the grit.
Sam, have you ever seen Breaking Bad? Yes, and I think Better Call Saul was better than Breaking Bad.
I agree with you.
Breaking Bad was a really good show, but Better Call Saul was better.
Even better than Breaking Bad, which is a fucking huge thing. Peaky Blinders, you said Peaky Blinders. I did enjoy that. Especially, someone who is native to Britain because it's set in Birmingham, or Brum, as it's called. But the accents were not that thick, apart from this one girl. Every time she opened her mouth, I laughed my ass off. Because everyone's just like, right, now this pub is under the ownership of the Peaky fucking Blinders, right? Wonderful. Very, very light Brummy accent. Apart from this girl, she's running the bookies where people are coming to place bets. And they're banging on the door, and she just gets up to open the door. She's going, all right.
I heard that
phenomenal.
I heard that show Reacher on Amazon was pretty good.
That's with Thad Castle from Blue Mountain State. Yeah, he was also in Titans,
That's a big motherfucker.
Yes, he was a star quarterback in Blue Mountain State. That was a fucking hilarious show. Things that you could try the UK version of Shameless, which is the original one.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's.
But I think
Gallagher.
Deadwood is next.
Well, by all means, UK Frank Gallagher is the superior Frank Gallagher, and the guy that plays.
I don't know, man. It's gonna. It's hard to imagine the show in anything that's not Chicago.
Well, it's in a council estate in fucking Essex or some shit like that. Like, it is fucking. It's worse.
Essexshire, I'm on.
Oh, for God's sake. Right, news. Okay, here we go. Speed run, 0 deaths. Let's do it.
What you getting at with the book script?
Damn it.
Spit that shit out, man!
It's been a minute. Drunken got caught. I love it. Kira, thank you for the 450. I had an old lady come up to me today, like 80. I make her hot dogs, and I ask her what she wants to drink. She asked for a diet, and I told her I had a Diet Coke. And she said, no, I don't want to drink a cola. Based Granny. No, I don't drink Woca-Cola. Based Granny.
Woca-Cola, nice.
Did Coke go woke?
Yeah, probably.
Not as much as Pepsi.
Is there like some... Like they got Keffels on the Diet Coke can or something?
Fucking Keffels.
Oh, fuck, I said the name.
Yeah.
Shit.
Look, the thing is, I think Coca-Cola is one of those brands that like isn't gonna go broke no matter what they do. Like they could actually say that they have been grinding up Ethiopian orphans and putting it in the drink, and people will still buy it. Coca-Cola is like the biggest brand ever. They are actually too big to fail. They are worldwide. You know, you could be like walking through the fucking jungle in the Amazon, and you find a tiny little hut, and you go in there. You're dehydrated, you're covered in ticks, and this busty, dark-skinned woman comes out and opens up a mini fridge and hands you a glass bottle of Coca-Cola. You will find it fucking everywhere. It is when aliens are going to come. One day we will get visited by aliens, and they'll be like, "Have you guys tried this new flavor of Coca-Cola?" It is everywhere. I would not be surprised.
Look what I got here.
Where
the
women
white
at?
women at?
They had internal train.
Yeah.
I'm looking up the differences between the UK and US Shameless. I'm more than happy to contribute the dono to what? I'm more than happy to contribute to the dono deluge to keep Drunkle from getting on with the news. Ha! Thank you, Fustonia.
Yeah, what?
I sometimes I hear you, Sin. Sometimes you're reading, and you know how to read. Been doing it for years.
Well.
And all of a sudden, the donations on the Streamlabs, it's just
there, and they won't stop.
There's something about it. I don't know. I don't really think it's the donors' fault. I blame Streamlabs. There's something about the font they're using, the colors in the background. I don't know. It just disrupts my ability to read correctly.
I'll tell you what, Festonia, right? For a straight up fucking cheeseburger, $100, there will be no news except for the titular article. You're in control, Festonia. You're in control. Until then, man wanted by police, found in prison. He's got an alibi, Polly.
I didn't have the screen up, so that was well delivered.
He's got an alibi, let's be honest.
Yeah. Where they do them nightly bed checks, you know.
Yeah.
Looking for tunnels and, you know, meth.
Oh, that reminds me. I watched Law Abiding Citizen again the other day. That's a good film. It's a great film. A man who's wanted by police in connection with an ongoing court case has been found. According to a former MP, he is in prison. On a Thursday afternoon, the police issued a request from the former for information about Marzik, a man who was wanted in connection with an ongoing court case. The police later said the man in question is no longer being sought. Right, boys, brilliant. Go home early. Speaking of going home early, gas station clerk asks friend to rob the store so he can go home early.
You're probably going to be there for a while filling out police reports and whatnot.
Depends how much you care, really, doesn't it? Divine Petulance through $3 with Ricky Spanish. He says Royal Crown Cola is the superior news.
Fucking hell. 12 minutes ago, I'm sorry. Fuckle Snuck. I'm sorry, Fuckle Snuck. Think of the $1. Coming 2025, Pokemon, Earl and Chai. It's a tea joke, Drunkle.
I love it because at the end of it, you didn't laugh. You went tea. As if in laughing form, telling us why it's funny.
I love the look on this guy's face because, you know, you want to come up with a caption. I'm assuming this isn't Getty Chicagoan. It's a real guy.
No, this is Isaiah Jones, the store clerk.
Yeah, he's like, so if I were to come up with a caption and be like, yeah, that's what happened. I wanted to go home, but I need to keep the job for my parole officer and whatnot.
What of it? These are the people you got to rob the place as well. You think it would be the other way around?
Those are your friends?
They were.
How is it that your friends look more sketchy than you when you're the one who suggested such a stupid maneuver?
Right? You're looking. This is the face of a man who has been caught robbing. No, I'm not going to finish that. I meant the expression. Just kind of like, yeah, I did it. What, you know? Whereas these guys, like especially the guy on the right, so miserable. Like he's just like, I know. I'm sorry.
Wouldn't you be miserable? That guy's 21 years old. Meth is a hell of a drug.
No
Fucking
shit.
hell, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Right, let's move on. Ecuadorian woman who knocked on coffin during her own wake has died. This is a follow-up from last week.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, she's dead. She was just a little late.
Oh, you know what's going to happen at her next wake? Everyone who walks up to the coffin's going to be giving her a shake.
Right?
Checking her pulse, slapping her, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I won't be fooled again. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
Checking for pupil dilation. You know, I think
a lot of people just aren't going to show up this time. They'll be like, I've done my time.
Lazarina? Are you kidding me? She's dead? I don't believe it.
Lazarina. Are you going to Gilberto Montoya's funeral? But nah, I went to the first one. I mean,
I've seen that show. No thanks.
Right? What's new? Nothing's changed, has it? Do you think they'll do another one? Do you think they got the money back for the first one?
I actually heard a friend say that one time. His boss's like brother or nephew or whatever died, and he invited everybody at the place where he worked. He's like, you know, you're all invited to the funeral. And he's telling me about this, and he goes, I'm not going. I've already been to a funeral. He said it, you know, I've already seen that show. You know?
That reminds me of my grandpa, right? It was Halley's Comet was passing by. Halley's Comet passes by like what, every fucking 80 years or something like that. So
I'm curious. I think it's like 70 something, but yeah, around 80 years. Yeah.
I think he was middle aged at the time, and his son, my uncle, just went. So are you gonna go out and see Halley's Comet? And he went, Nah, I'll catch it next time.
The rolling dinner theater show.
Loved it. Yeah. So she is gone. I am curious to find out if they did get the money back for the funeral, or you know, is there going to be a second one? Have they got to shell out again? You know.
Well, if it was in America, there'd be somebody suing over that. No, it didn't say a wake limited to 1 day. The contract we signed said, "Oh, wake." Didn't matter if it happens over 3 days.
Yeah.
Several months apart. We're not paying for the second one. You owe us. It'd be someone suing over it because somebody's cousin or whatever the fuck went to law school.
It's a wake. Gilberto is a noun, not a verb. I mean, it is a verb, but you took it in the wrong way. Is she going to do it again? Christ's sake. Better not. Climate activist faces 10 years in jail for a fake letter cancelling an oil industry conference. Now, we all hate these fucking people that just stop all people and everything like that. But considering what the actual crime was, she's getting done for fraud, basically. There's an oil industry conference. She sent out letters pretending to be the person who's running the conference and said, it's been cancelled, so they wouldn't show up. 10 years in jail, though. It's a bit much, isn't it?
A little bit. Yeah. That's pretty fucking extreme. It's kind of clever actually in its simplicity.
I admire the hustle.
Yeah,
I mean, to be honest,
that's maneuvering.
It's way better than just standing in the road and fucking up everyone's day. You know, like this is actually, you actually did something. Not just that, but you're actually going to the fucking CEOs of these oil industries as well, instead of just pissing off the common man.
Oh, they all bought it too. That's the part that's fucking funny. How did you figure out, like, I'm interested in the detail. How'd you figure out how to make it look like it was from a source that they would all accept? I think it's because they were fucking stupid. And I'm willing to bet that a whole bunch of submissions to the court were, and this cost us millions of dollars because exaggeration, because they just feel so stupid. You know,
she made them look bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. I mean, they did that themselves because they, you know, whoever it was sent to, even if she sent it to their fucking home address or something like that, it's not them looking stupid. It's their secretaries looking stupid because there's a secretary up with a Reddit and then just put the ref for the dog. Like, oh, Steve, conference is cancelled, and he'd be like, okay, thank you, Shannon. Because they're old school.
Their secretary, you made all their girlfriends look bad, so they were pissed.
I mean, Lesser Logic says it's a troll for a cause. This is essentially trolling, isn't it? And it was
that's
expertly done. And I tip my hat to you, old lady. 10 years is a bit fucking excessive right here, but then, you know, you're going up against some of the best lawyers in the world here as well, so you should have known, love. You should have known.
Yeah, that's another good point. In terms of submissions to the court, yeah, they're just extremely high-paid, high-powered lawyers that know fucking everybody, and this... Was it really for what she did? No, it was to send a message. You go ahead and you block the peons in the street by standing there. Go ahead.
Yeah, they don't care about
fuck
that.
Up my schedule.
Why would they care about that? They're not taking the bus to work. They're taking a helicopter every day. You know, you blocking the road does nothing to them, Gene. It's cheese spizzer. I had to just think there and going, is that some kind of racial slur? Because they try to get you sometimes, don't they? For $7.77, no message. Thank you very much. Chi, which is Japanese for small. Let's move on. Flight attendant charged for bomb threat to stop her ex's vacation. I mean, speaking of admiring the hustle.
Wow. Now, this is distinctly different from the last prank lady. Damn.
It's a terrible prank, but effective. This is a Daniela Carbone. Allegedly threatened to blow up the plane to stop her ex-boyfriend's vacation to Miami with his new girlfriend. Oh, you're not bitter, are you?
Is that her or is that Getty attendant?
No, that's just what her eyes look like.
I didn't think they still had flight attendants who looked like they were, from the 1950s.
They're not real. This is an AI flight attendant. Speaking of which, anyone seen the
With
new
the
series of Black Mirror?
jaunty scarf.
It is jaunty, is it? That's an ascot, and you know it. Act like you've never seen
Does
Scooby-Doo.
an ascot have to be tucked?
It doesn't have to be tucked, does it?
I thought it had to be tied in a particular way and tucked. Otherwise, it was just a scarf.
You're blowing my mind right now, man.
Well, I don't know. I'm not a accessories guy. I do have a whole bunch of handkerchiefs, but they're all for
I've got handkerchiefs.
pocket squares.
Oh, really? You don't actually use a handkerchief?
No, I've never understood the point of snotting in a rag and then putting it in your pocket. I always thought that was a little weird.
It's gross.
When because you fold it up, you're all right. You know.
Yeah, but then it's still
parcel the
snot rag in your pocket.
Well, as opposed to what, a tissue in your pocket? Still, it's not rag as well. Like it's when you got a cold and you're constantly sneezing or blowing your nose or whatever. A handkerchief, a lot easier on your wee nostrils. I'm a handkerchief man now. I own like 12.
I only snot in the finest of silk.
Of course,
monogrammed silk.
It's got to be something a child died making. Still, hats off to this woman's ex-boyfriend, and I'm glad he moved on, to be honest. Speaking of moving on, Penn State professor arrested for allegedly performing sex acts on his pet dog. Admits to investigators he does it to blow off steam. Now, I know what you're thinking. The dog's name is not Steam. So that's a professor who's been boning his own dog, effectively. Let's see. What's he look like? Does that look like the kind of guy who blows off his own dog? Looks like, yeah. Is that an ascot? No, it's a pervert.
No, but that is an Oxford collar on a tenured professor. Really, just
with a half Windsor knot.
Yeah, terribly tied, by the way.
Yeah, but of course he didn't do it himself. He was too busy noshing off his own fucking pet, wasn't he? So
and you know what? If you're gonna go full gray on top, either dye your eyebrows slightly gray or dye the top to match your eyebrows. You look like the Shah of Iran.
Do men dye eyebrows? I'm sure women do, but is dyeing eyebrows a thing?
Well, this man should.
I don't know. Isn't that like the equivalent of like wearing like a dark blazer with tan trousers?
That's what I mean. It's just not good.
But it's just when you
Humphrey Bogart could get along with the white tuxedo top and the black pants, but he was Bogart. This guy ain't. Clearly,
no,
this pencil neck.
This is a fucking pet pervert. You're not the same thing, mate.
Yeah.
Right.
One was banging Lauren Bacall. This guy was banging
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Scrappy-Doo.
Skippy.
The bush kangaroo.
I mean, you're a professor at UPenn. How did you get busted? What is that? What do you mean you were performing sex acts on your dog? What, in public? How the fuck did this even come about?
I'm not glad you asked. He was allegedly caught on camera in the middle of the depraved act with his pet collie by the bathrooms.
Taxation is theft.
Oh! God damn it, motherfucker!
It has been too long since I've seen that one, Polly.
Steam the dog. Thank you for the $6. Please help. An Appalachian man is after me. The Appalachians, Drunken, are a series of mountains.
Yes, that's where they're named after the
that.
Appalachian people.
Yeah.
Also known as the Hick Mountains, or Moonshine Hills. I know none of that is true. Shout out to Molly Okami in the chat who says he's a pedophile. Fucking brilliant. Travis Gardner threw $3 for the Ricky Spanish. He says, Drunken! Miss you, brother. Oh, I'm right here, Travis. Tragic Gardner. Oh, we all remember the long-suffering tragic Gardner with his saga of the camera and the golf club. But we did have a happy ending. It was fine. So this guy was caught on camera in the middle of the depraved act with his pet collie by the bathrooms. Rothrock State Forest wearing a mask while half naked except for his socks and shoes. You kept your socks and shoes on, man. It got worse.
He was outside, you know.
But if you're gonna fuck a dog, you at least take your fucking socks off, don't you?
What?
Is it too far? No? I'm asking. Investigators allegedly tracked him down through a North Face backpack, which led a distraught Matsukas to admit to officials he did it to blow off steam. They got him through his backpack. They tracked him down through his backpack. They went, have you seen this guy? And everyone's just like, oh my God, I think I recognize him. They go, no, don't look at that. Look at the backpack. And people went, yeah, he teaches me criminal law at fucking Penn State University. They're like, gotcha. And they showed up and they went, have you, let me smell your cock. Yep, smells like dog. And he went, you got me. I was just really stressed, officer.
What the fuck?
No, I'm just trying to put a bit of flavour on it. That's also what he said. Moving on. No more rides to hell on bus 666 in Poland. That's a shame.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the town of Hell on Poland's Baltic coast, and the way to get there was on bus 666. Fucking love it. But, now it's... it is nice, isn't it? Thank you. Someone gets it. Bus 666 will no longer be running to hell. It said that it flipped the last number and went now run under the number 669. Why? It's just annoying people. Why? They acted under the pressure of Christian groups who pushed for the change. Yeah, ruining fucking everything. Christians are fine. Christian groups, not so much.
Yeah, all right, okay.
You know what I mean? It was the Daily Mail. Murder most foul. I mean, first of all, well done. Mystery as 3 peacocks are found dead in housing estate terrorised by 30-strong mob of birds, which are damaging cars at home and keeping families awake at night. There's a gang of peacocks which are waging war on a community. That's right.
I'd shoot him.
The animal crime wave continues. I mean, also, murder most foul, come on. So someone did shoot them. 3 of them showed up dead to send a message to the others.
Really?
I'm guessing so. Like, well, I mean, look, it's a peacock. Eat it. 5 years ago, there were only 3 birds.
They're like tall flamingos.
I've never... Yeah, well, I'd eat a flamingo. 5 years ago, there were only 3 birds, but they multiplied to around 30.
I think there's too much meat on a flamingo.
Too much
Well,
meat?
not the legs, but...
No, you use the legs to pick the meat out of your teeth afterwards, don't you?
Well, they're more than legs. They got a little ball center to them and then the big neck.
Yeah, that's like all lungs and stomach.
So they're bite
No, there's some breasticles in there. There's breast meat. That's how they fly. They got the big wings.
But they don't.
No.
The flamingos
What are you talking about? Which one are we talking
Are
about?
flamingos flightless?
No, flamingos fly, bro.
Do flamingos fly?
They got huge wings. Huge.
How are they? Why don't they just leave the zoo?
Flamingos or peacocks?
Flamingos are frequent flyers, huh?
I'm reading that as well. They usually molt their flight feathers over extended periods. And this is sure they can always
I
fly,
thought
but
they were
sometimes-
flightless birds.
So did
So
I.
you said they just kind of like walked along the beach eating shrimp?
Yeah.
Ah, god damn it.
No more eyeball child, bitch. Peacock insurgent. Total war, thank you.
Total war.
I mean,
We'll fuck up your food supply sources. But then there's children here. We don't care.
Dude, I would have bet money
Yeah.
the flamingos were flightless birds.
Why don't they just leave the zoo? I say what you want about this show,
Maybe they're just dumb.
but
And yeah,
we do learn a
KDK's
lot.
right. Peacocks escape zoos all the time. Like, news stories about a peacock on the highway are constant. They get out all the fucking the peahens and the peacocks.
Yeah.
If you found a peacock, would you just kind of keep it?
I think that now in the UK, now this is a very, very old thing. It might have been changed since then, but whatever land a peacock is on, whoever's land it is owns that peacock. So if you had a load of peacocks come and land on your house, they're yours.
That's cool.
That was a very long time ago. That was in the 90s. I heard that. So fuck knows. But I mean, that's a pheasant. Sorry, not a peacock. But then peacocks are pheasants. They're just flamboyant pheasants, aren't they? And we eat pheasants. Why aren't we eating peacocks? Sinatra, why aren't we eating peacocks?
It probably tastes like shit.
I don't know, man. I mean, name a bird that doesn't taste nice.
Sure.
Right.
Trying to think. Not one
Yeah.
I've had.
You can. I've eaten pigeon. That was tasty.
Vulture probably doesn't taste good.
That's a good call. I've never had a vulture, but a vulture or a buzzard.
Yeah.
Oh, just like any
any of
kind of
those
carrionite, I suppose. Just...
Those fucking dead eaters.
But then, you never seen a pigeon eating meat? Pigeons will eat fucking anything. Seagulls will eat pigeons.
Have you ever seen what's the is it a pelican eat a pigeon?
I have seen that very video, yeah.
That's fucking creepy.
It's mental, isn't it? Well, I've seen a seagull eat a rat. I have seen a chicken rape a duck.
Holy shit.
Yeah, for real. Whenever I said, because I said that in the pub the other day, because weirdly we were talking about seagulls. There's been a lot of seagull news recently. So, of course, we were discussing seagulls. And you know, so fucking, yeah, nature, red in tooth and claw is something I find myself saying to old people a lot. And I say, yeah, fucking, some bird, fucking seagull. I've seen a seagull, a rat. And they went, oh, fucking hell. I've seen a chicken rape a duck. And everyone laughed. And I went, no, I'm not joking. I have. I laughed at the time as well. It was at my auntie's farm. And she went, it's not funny. Don't laugh. I'm like, well, I mean, it is.
Why is it not funny?
She's going like, the duck's traumatized. It's a fucking duck.
I don't think the duck even knows.
Get therapy or something, The duck knew. The duck kind of seemed traumatized as well. There's PTSD going on.
I have a
right?
hard time believing the duck knew because male ducks and female ducks have fucking corkscrew genitalia. So
that would traumatize you.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think my auntie was going to send him to a therapist, but she was worried about the size of the bill. Moving on. Black Marxist scholar who supports reparations finds out she descends from a slave owner. Ha!
Yeah, you love to see it.
This is from the publication The College Fix, and let me just say, I got my fix. Doctors on strike in UK targeted by billboards and tweets amid a South African health recruitment drive. So, I mean, it's all right there, really. They're striking outside of the hospital, so what shows up? A billboard on the back of a van saying, hey, come to South Africa. Well, it's beautiful. We'll pay you lots of money. Fucking, again, gotta admire the hustle right there, Polly. If only we were like America, where all those people coming over the border were doctors, just like from you guys. for you.
And lawyers.
Lawyers and because you need more lawyers, don't you? Jesus Christ.
Clearly.
Moving on. This is. Do you remember Jordan Neely, the guy who got chokeholded to death?
Jordan Neely was the guy who did the chokeholding, but
No, this is the guy who died from the chokehold. The other guy was.
You're right. Yeah. My bad.
Daniel Penny.
Oh, the subway. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the Michael Jackson impersonator, which apparently was all he was, according if you listen to the likes of Black Lives Matter. Also allegedly caught attempting to kidnap a girl at the age of 7.
With an active warrant for pushing people on the subway tracks.
I'm just saying that is about as much Michael Jackson as you can get right there, Jordan. You kind of went above and beyond the impersonation right there, buddy. So anyone who's the whole fucking George Floyd thing, he did bad shit as well. Yeah, so did Jordan Neely. So just saying. Also, Neely, is there something we can do with that? Nah, we'll leave it. The Little Mermaid fan art. It's more Little Mermaid news. It's the gift that just won't stop fucking taking away. The Little Mermaid fan accused of racism, whitewashing for drawing classic Ariel in a scene from the live-action remake. This is something that happened on Twitter. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's the live-action Little Mermaid. She had a massive forehead and used her hair to cover up as much of it as she could. And she goes, this is just fan art. She goes, really loved this moment in the movie, the live-action movie, and I wanted to draw a cartoon Ariel in this image, and immediately people are just going, and there's the image. She's going, this is fucking. She goes, babes, this is shady. Considering the hate Hallie's received because of her race, stroke, skin color, playing Ariel, play in. By the way, how you spend all that time you're saving, not putting in G's at the end of word there, sunset. Sunset pussy, by the way, at sunset pussy. So we can tell this is a woman of culture right here. And and the original animated version has tons of fan art already. Have Ariels like this. It looks good, but the fact you get to be oblivious as to why this sort of weird is telling, right? And then you got
fuck off.
Tay over here, Black Princesses Matter. Fuck it hell. She goes, sorry. Oh no, hang on, sorry. Sorry. This just a dog whistle to me. Draw OG Ariel all you want, but during opening week, I feel like this is a choice. Cartoon has had its shine for decades now, all because y'all refuse to draw a black princess. So it's just fan art, but, it's just... Yeah, they'll never miss an opportunity, will they? It's a pretty good picture as well, I think, And then there's also a Mrs. Mbappe just went, girl, why? Oh, fucking Little Mermaid. Why did you even make it? Have you seen what you've done to people, Little Mermaid? Disney, have you seen what you've done to people? The divide is ever more divided right now. God damn it. Over to the UK, though. Bristol student finishes life at Bristol University with ultra marathon. The story's just bullshit. I just think they could have worded the headline a bit better.
Yeah, I know. I because of like the sort of out of focus picture, I'm like, how'd he die? Like last known photograph going on, that kind of thing.
Sort your shit out, BBC. Fuck's sake. Oh, this is some huge shit going on. So this is the Titanic submarine. Submarine is going down to explore the Titanic ruins. Has gone missing.
I saw this.
This is man. They have 70 hours of oxygen left. And I brought this up about 2 hours ago. So 68 hours of oxygen left. Anyone? I mean, that's it, really, They're gone. They're down there somewhere. I don't know what happened.
They'll be fine.
They'll be. Well, one of the people on it is actually insanely rich. So, yeah, they'll find him.
I always laugh because I think of Drunken just like grabbing the edges of his table going,
Don't do that.
Thomas, thank you for the 950 and for the shivers of dread that you sent to Drunken. I genuinely feel bad for artists on Twitter because they often get brigaded by the most retarded of subhuman filth with the more brain-rotted takes that kill your brain cells from just reading it. Yeah. See, Thomas, that's pretty much sums it up.
I mean, that's true.
I can't imagine putting out art just being like, oh, here's my stuff, and people come around, you're a terrible person. Like, what the fuck?
Girl, why?
That's gonna warm me up to the cause.
It's probably going to turn
what you need to do
racist.
at a point like that is just come around and go, this is Pride Month. You've already had your month.
Oh, that reminds me. Happy Juneteenth, everyone.
No.
Yeah.
No?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, I've been telling people about our reclamation of Pride Month and it being Jurassic June. So, for instance, yesterday I was at a friend's leaving drinks, and I asked everyone, "What's your favourite dinosaur?" I was getting the word out there, Polly. And I go, Millard, and I go, sorry, Millie. I go, thank you. Just correcting them. No need to apologise. Just correct yourself. Move on. And I go, well, what's your favourite dinosaur? The other week we chatted about it, and I went T-Rex, but I had a real think about it, Polly, and I've actually I've changed my answer, as is my want. I haven't changed it. It was always that answer. I've just only come to realise it, just like my gender. I'm actually choosing it's a herbivore who had a big old fucking ball on the end of his tail that he just swing at predators.
The spiky club thing?
The spiky club thing. Now that guy was badass. I just in case anyone out there is keeping track. Happy Jurassic June, ladies and gentlemen. So, did you think there's going to be... I mean, I saw someone in the chat saying these people are dying of irony, which is not a bad take. Someone also said, well, how are they lost? We know where they are. They're by the Titanic. Do you think one day they're going to be like, oh my God, I found the ruins of the sub that got lost trying to find the Titanic?
That's what I would tell everyone else to feel better on the sub. It's like, oh my God, we're going to die. True. But now we're part of the legend.
Right? We're going to die famous.
Yeah.
It's Cole Creel for the $7.77. He said, instead of celebrating Juneteenth, I'm celebrating the executions of Julius and Ethel Rosenberg.
Oh, nice.
Rest in piss, commie scum. Well, fucking hell, I mean...
They had it coming.
As long as... Oh, God damn it. As long... It's because you don't just get one of it. You get 1.5 of it every time, Polly.
I've just turned down to 1 second as long as it can go.
I know. It doesn't help me. As long as you're having fun, Cottle Krill. Thank you very much for the donation. Go ahead, Polly.
See, Thomas, thank you for the $1. Also, fuck Pride Month and Juneteenth. We don't need fake celebrations. I never thought about this. Federal holiday for the full month. That's got. Why not? Why not?
Well, veterans only get 1 day, so why the fuck not? Let's move on. Massachusetts middle school students tear down rainbow decorations and chant their pronouns are USA during Pride celebration. Officials slam intolerance and homophobia. I mean, Polly, you're going to love this more than anything because this is right up your street, right? So these these school kids, they said, right, June 2nd. And they went, yeah, that's tomorrow. They said, come in tomorrow in rainbow colours to celebrate Pride. So there was already, it's fucking ridiculous, isn't it? Like, crap, just teach me maths, woman. What is wrong with you? But there was, they had a planned counter-protest. All of these kids showed up wearing red, white and blue, right? And at the moment I read this, I went, oh, Polly's going to be sat there going, yes! They was throwing the stickers on the ground, little pride flag stickers, and started chanting, my pronouns are USA. Fucking amazing.
Fucking hell.
I love it.
See, Thomas, thank you for the $1. Also, how do you lose a sub visiting the Titanic? There's about 13,000 feet between the wreck and the surface.
I mean,
how did you lose the Titanic to begin with? It's a lot bigger. I don't know.
Well, there's 2 of them now.
There's 2 Titanics?
Yeah, because it's split in half.
Well, I didn't follow it in that much detail.
The bow and the stern are in very, very different places.
What I've never seen is a bunch of floaty skeletons. I've seen lots of pictures of like, oh, here's the main ballroom and the stairs and the whatnot, and there's poor Jack, and you know.
Because the Titanic had an indoor swimming pool, still full.
Fuck off. Seriously, really.
All right.
I mean, that's craftsmanship right there, isn't it?
Holy shit. See,
I hope you feel bad about that.
I do not.
So I really do.
I do not.
Oh my god. See, Thomas, fun little factoid about the guy who discovered the Titanic. A few years he managed to find the battleship of legend, the KMS Bismarck. Bismarck.
Yeah. Bismarck. Bismarck.
No.
No, let's move on.
There's other guys as sharks, Polly. Are sharks like carrying dead meat eaters?
No, they carry like license plates and shit. I mean, fish are going to come in. They're going to pick the bones clean, certainly. But you're right. Why is it? You get like photos from submersibles and shit like that. And in answer to your question, how can they lose it? Well, it's a submersible. It doesn't just go straight to the bottom. It could just be like something went wrong and it's floating like 7,000 feet below the surface. You're not just going to go straight to the fucking surface, the seabed, and go, well, they're not here. That's.
I don't know, has anything ever lost that way? It's partially buoyant, so it's just sort of like floating mid-range. I don't know.
I'm sure. I mean, there's a science
good
behind
question.
it. You know what I mean? But yeah, why is it? Well, they sent fucking. You get camera footage and shit. Why aren't they like skeletons with terrified expressions on their faces?
Yeah, frozen in states of horror.
Yeah. One wearing a life jacket. Yeah, that worked, didn't it? Idiot. So there's been a sharp decline in appetite for news in recent years, apparently. Can anyone think why, maybe?
No.
No?
Not at all. What?
The only better headline would be the 12 reasons why people hate the news. You won't believe number 7.
Yeah, really. It tells you you're bad for everything you do.
Yeah. And we're not biased at all. Now let's talk about the scumbag journalists and our brilliant hero journalists, or politicians, and everybody else that we support at universities and in big business that do what we say.
And the Hollywood press, who Meryl Streep told me, without them, it would just be, MMA on TV.
Which is not the
arts.
Bitch.
Fucking pandering to the people who make her look good. Who'd have thunk it? Moving on. Outrageous jail sentence for a woman who took abortion pills later than UK limit. Now, Sinatra, at first glance, what would you think this article's about?
Legalizing abortion pills?
This was abortion pills, but you look at the headline. Polly, I mean, what do you think? Look at the headline. What do you think? Give me this. What do you think the summary of the article would be? Elevator pitch. Outrageous jail sentence for a woman who took abortion pills later than UK limit.
That the outrage is about that there was a jail sentence at all, like the length of the jail sentence.
See, there you go. See, that's exactly what they were playing on with this headline right here. That there was a jail sentence. They went, "You made abortion illegal." Go on, Sim.
Now, was it like a couple of days after she was supposed to do it, or was she like 8 months pregnant?
Sinatra, go to the top of the fucking class. That is exactly what it is. That is exactly what it fucking is, right?
Seriously?
Seriously. This absolute fucking monster, right? The mother of 3 received the medication under the Pills by Post scheme, which was introduced around COVID. Right, prosecutors said the woman had knowingly misled the British Pregnancy Advisory Service by saying she was below the 10-week cutoff when it was believed she was actually 28 weeks pregnant. Doctors later concluded the fetus was 32 to 34 weeks into gestation, which is between 7 and 8 months. So you can go clump of cells all you want, but babies have been born premature at 32 to 34 weeks and have gone on to be, well, people who do abortions, I guess. I mean, they do all kinds of things. That, no matter how you look at it, pro-life, pro-choice, whatever, is fucking murder.
I think you said right. This monster. Yeah, lady, you are monstrous. That was unbelievable.
What an asshole.
That is murder. I don't care what side of the fence you're on the abortion argument. That is murder. Because I've always been on the fence about abortion. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. Philosophically, that is, you know. But at the end of the day, you've still got to go, you are still killing something which is alive. Hopefully we can all agree on that. But we don't. People go down the clump of cells argument, don't they? Anyone who says clump of cells, by the way, you can tell they got that from Twitter. Drunken Auntie through $1, he says, Christ, you stupid bitch. Skeletons don't have faces to make horrified expressions. They're disgusting. Oh, god damn it. It was the Scottish Drunken Auntie. My mistake. I'm sorry, Drunken Auntie. It was one of yours. And Coleman Thomas through $2 says, also Drunken, there isn't two Titanics. Oh, shut the fuck. Am I getting actually twice in a row? For things that you knew were jokes. There's only one in 2 resting pieces on the seabed, while her sister's ship has long since been scrapped. You muppet. You're a fucking muppet, Coleman Thomas, but you're a generous one at that. Thank you for the $2.
Holy
it's
shit.
like, you get a worm, you chop a worm in half. Half the worm, you know, it can carry on with, you know, just being half a worm. You haven't got 2 worms. I appreciate that. But what if we're not talking about worms? What if we're talking about starfish? Starfish, back in the day, when nets were made out of flimsy materials, used to fucking tear up the nets as these fishermen were taking their fucking nets out of the ocean, right? So what do? They go, oh, fucking another starfish. They'd snap it in half and throw it back into the ocean. Little did they know that that half will grow back. Not just that, but the other half will grow back as well. You've just made 2 starfish.
They're conservationists.
They didn't realise it. Now, I think the Titanic is the same thing. We just got to give it time. That's what we're doing. So the submarine hasn't been lost. We've sent them down there so the Titanic can feed. Anyway, what a fucking absolute piece of shit. There is no difference between this and punching yourself in the stomach. There's no difference between this and punching yourself in the stomach until your fucking vag bleeds. You have fucking murdered a child. No, you're a muppet, for God's sake, through $2 says no you. No, you! You're a muppet! We're getting so close, guys. We can do this, right? Tennessee woman renews license online, but ID arrives with a picture of an empty chair. Fucking amazing.
What?
Look at that. Wow.
It's like even the license knows what's going on, because under eyes it just goes, bro. Absolutely fucking fantastic. Should we get to some science news, Polly?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, you're going to love this, right? This is the mysterious behaviour of this supergiant star hints at an impending supernova, according to the new study. Anyway,
Man, the James Webb Telescope is really capturing some phenomenal pictures, isn't it?
It's paid for itself over and over. But this is actually the Getty telescope right here.
Oh.
Very close. Very close. This is the... what's the star? Beetlejuice.
Beetle guys, yeah.
Beetlejuice. I won't be saying it again. But yeah, Beetle guys, yeah, right. So this is fucking awesome, right? So it's the mysterious behaviour is that it was March in 2020. They noticed it was getting dimmer, and they went, "Oh my god! The only reason it would be getting dimmer is if it's going to go supernova." It wasn't. There was a cloud in the way. But they have actually noticed that no, it was a cloud because it was emitting gas, and they go, "My God! If it's emitting gas, then that means it could be going supernova." Now, Beetle guys is 500 million. So 500 million? I think it's 500 million light years away.
Maybe.
Or
so
just,
next door.
Or just 500 light years away. I think it's 500 light years. It's a bit far away, even by light standards, right? So, what will we see when it goes supernova? I mean, because all stars go supernova eventually, right? So we're going to be hit with a load of radiation, which we'll be all right with. It's all right because the old magnetosphere, the magentosphere, is going to protect us from that. We might end up getting a nice amount of radioactive iron, which can actually still be found at the bottom of the sea, roundabout where there's the ruins of 2 Titanics and a bunch of skeletons screaming in fear in a tin can. And then there'll be
some pretty auroras.
Bright light that will be brighter than a full moon. And then we just won't see it anymore. But of course, when this happens, we're only going to see it 500 years after it's actually happened. So when is it going to happen, Polly? Well, this is the beauty of it. Could be this year, could be in a million years. We don't fucking know, right? But all we do know is it's been acting strange. Even if it happened tomorrow, we won't see any of this shit. Like, we won't see any of this shit.
I wish I was in a field of study that I could do predictions. That the time frame was so long that it was well beyond not just my lifetime, but everyone's lifetime. Like literally all of humanity's lifetime.
Because you can't be wrong, can you?
Yeah, it's completely unfalsifiable.
Right. They go, when's it going to happen? You go, you know.
I believe this phenomenon is going to occur within an institution. When? Well, that's the thing.
You're not going to believe this, mate. Could be tomorrow.
Oh, look, I've got pictures here. Yeah, and well, pictures.
Yeah, but that's a cloud in the way. I know.
But they got graphs and they talk about particles and things. That's high end bullshittery. What do you fuck? This technical balderdash.
Technical balderdash. So it's good old Betelgeuse, I think, is the 6th brightest star in the sky as we know it. And then it's going to get way brighter. And then it's just not going to be there at all. Which...
I live in the city. I don't see stars, so... I'll assume they're being honest there.
Yeah, well, yeah, just trust the science. I don't want to trust the science, though, because... Oh, no, hang on, this is cool, actually. A man knocked down a wall in his basement. He found an abandoned underground city that was once home to 20,000 people. This is
Wait, is that it, or is that Getty Cavern?
Yeah, good question.
Oh, a bit of both. It is the underground city itself in Turkey, but it is also an image that is owned by Getty. It's a bit of both.
You don't understand. If this was underneath my house, I'd go full artard about it. I'd quit my job just to run around in there and be like, woo! Like, I mean, look at that place. It's awesome.
I would start some kind of bootlegging. Like, because it's under your house. Like, I mean, you own it, right?
Yeah, I would. Well, as if the government would be in so quick to claim eminent domain. This is ours.
Well, just don't tell them.
Yeah, but I'd want to sell tickets.
No one knew it was there in the first place. Why are you gonna... Hey, government, look what I found. No. You would start up some kind of fucking human trafficking thing. No, Sin, you would start up some human trafficking thing as per your dreams the other night. Smuggling Mexicans to Canada. And Polly, you'd be making whiskey down there, mate.
I would. I'd be making whiskey. I'd have a dead body dump for the mafia. I'd have, yeah. I mean, 20,000 people. They're used to dead bodies.
It's true, yeah. There's probably a load of terrified-looking skeletons down there somewhere as well.
I mean, seriously, look at that. It's got steps and everything. I mean, all the work's been done.
No, I don't. I think that the steps came after the fact. I mean, when was the step invented? I mean, the railing was invented after the step.
Would you
How about the
tell
electric
people
lights
if you
that are in
found
there?
this?
Did he have those too?
Right.
Would you tell people if you found this in your basement?
Fuck no.
No.
Not until I consulted a lawyer about ownership.
That's a good answer. But when Maddox says I'd go full
shit.
Hobbit, you'd live down there, wouldn't you? It was rent-free. Presumably.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd have a fun time playing down there, running around like an idiot. Absolutely. But eventually I'd want to monetize it. I'm no fool.
You wouldn't need money. You could live off of... I mean, presumably, there's going to be some kind of fresh water down there as well. If 20,000 people lived in this, what's described as, a subterranean city, then you're going to have some kind of fresh water. And there's your whiskey business sorted. And look, you got a little bit of sunlight coming through the hole right there as well. So, like, you could grow some malt.
There's 20,000 people live down there. Why aren't all the ceilings covered in unbelievably thick layers of soot? Do they have the electric light?
I think they all scratched it off trying to escape. Corbin Thomas threw $2. He says, one last submarine tidbit. Oh, bring it on, man. Apparently, north of Derry, there is a series of U-boat wreck sites, all because the British decided to throw away a horde of German U-boats. Of course, that's dairy in Ireland, right?
I thought it was going to be dairy, like from It.
Or like dairy, like milk. I think dairy is actually London dairy, but people call it dairy. Yes, very Irish. Sign of the Troubles, Polly. You remember the Troubles?
I do remember the Troubles.
Well, you
Not
want
personally,
trouble, mate?
but, you know.
You're going to have a lot more troubles coming up because we're living in the goddamn future. The military made a robot that can eat organisms for fuel. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Now, right, so the summary right here.
Oh, Jesus!
You're going to need a lot more of that coming up, mate. There's a quote right here. They say, "We completely understand the public's concern about futuristic robots feeding on the human population, but that is not our mission."
That's what I mean. It's going to find people, having broken the law because it's hungry.
Yeah. You've put my mind at ease, military. Thank you. Actually, there was when looking this up, because this is one of those where, I take a screenshot on my phone and I'll go, oh, yeah, shit, yeah, news for Monday. So I end up Googling it, and it went through a fact-checking site, and it said, so have the military made a robot that can eat people? And it went, no, this is false. And I went, okay, go on then, go on. And they went, they actually intend for it to be on a vegan diet? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to work. Go ahead, Polly. If you don't know.
Estonia, thank you for the $5 and the fucking shockingly loud donation. Hey, Polly, the subterranean lighting in this pic reminds me of what I would think the wine cellar would look like at Noir Bar. Yeah, it is golden and yeah.
That's good. Yeah, nice wine cellar down there as well. Ooh, you keep
Yeah,
really
I like
expensive butt stuff right at the bottom,
Expensive butt stuff?
Well, you could use it for that as well.
What did you say?
You keep the really expensive stuff right down the bottom,
Oh, wait. So you're selling... Okay, all right. That's
I know, I did say butt stuff accidentally because I was trying to say stuff, but I was going to say bottles as well.
Good,
so
I'm glad
I ended up saying
was
buff.
Expensive butt stuff. Yeah, those high-end Parisian prostitutes.
Now, like
they do
mediocre
charge
shit
for
for
the
me.
Greek. Yeah.
Do you ever do that, though? You go to say two things at the same time, so you end up saying like an amalgamation of the two? I do it all the time. It's always the same word. I'm going to say, oh, hi, buddy, and oh, hey, dude, and I say, oh, hi, bood. Never duddy. Never duddy. It's always bood. Right, okay. Also, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very happy Jurassic June. Isle of Wight has discovered a new dinosaur species.
Look at it.
That is an artist rendering.
Oh.
I say artist, it's CGI rendering, so thank you, chat GTPD, whatever you're fucking called. Says the fossil remains of a previously unknown type of dinosaur have been found on the Isle of Wight, which is one of the British islands. It's the first new species of armoured dinosaur, the best kind of dinosaur, to be found on the island since 1865 and belongs to the same family of my favourite dinosaur, the ankylosaurs. Ankylosaurs. The guy with the fucking tail.
Spike ball. The Morningstar tail.
The spike ball tail. Though fearsome in appearance with its blade-like armour, the giant reptile, which has been nicknamed Ate Only Plants. So it's purely defensive, Polly, purely defensive. This is fucking awesome. It was discovered
try
in
and
rocks.
bite me, fucker. Go ahead.
Bring it on, man. Bring it on. I got a soft underbelly, but you ain't getting there. It was discovered in rocks dating back between 66 and 145 million years. Isn't that fucking awesome? That's so cool. Yes, Drunken.
Yeah, well,
He's in all.
Nothing really interesting happened until we showed up.
What are you on about? Dinosaurs existed. You think you're the main character? Nothing interested until it happened until we showed up. Look at it. That's interesting.
I mean, it's fine.
Oh, fuck. It's fine. But then I remember when we first looked at the first images from the fucking James Webb telescope, you were like, yeah, I guess it's cool.
But yet the sex party he showed up at, just fantastic imagery everywhere you looked.
Absolutely amazing. Here's 2 of them, in case you wonder what they look like in pairs.
I was wondering that.
Were you?
I don't buy I think the surroundings suck. Those don't look like ancient trees, and not remotely like prehistoric clouds.
What are you expecting from an ancient tree? What? Sorry, ancient clouds?
Ancient trees were fucking massive.
Yeah, massive and weird leaves and shit, You
don't know
and
that
those
these
clouds?
aren't really small dinosaurs.
Well, you never did say how big they are. These things could be the size of like a small cat.
Yeah. Okay, the trees I can understand, but what are you expecting from an ancient, a Jurassic cloud?
Huge, threatening, poisonous teeth. Yeah, it's got a tail that swoops down and kills creatures on the ground.
Clouds with teeth.
Yeah,
it's like that fucker from Super Mario, which is fucking firing suns at you. Actually, no, that was a sun, wasn't it?
Pouring acid rain and cackling while creatures die below horribly.
Oh, something killed the dinosaurs. Who's to say it wasn't toothed clouds? On to the titular article of today, the AAA meeting number 357, which is brought to you by the tagline, Full Moon Tonight, as is her right. And I still just...
Full Luna.
And I still just before the show started. No, we're not. No, it's not full lunar, and it's not even a full moon tonight. Because some people in the chat were actually very confused. They're going, "What? No, it's a new moon. What are you on about?" Well, here's what's up. Woman won't take down 9-foot werewolf.
Okay.
Full moon tonight, as is her right. Now let's just have a look at Polly, you're gonna love this. Oh, I mean, I loved it. Everyone's gonna love this. Look at the fucking. He's got the flags, right?
Lots of flat. Look at that.
Dude, we get those 12-foot skeleton things. People just leave them up all year and decorate them for different shit.
That is exactly what she's doing. She put it up for Halloween last year, but she will this obviously she's putting this up for the not Juneteenth, but presumably Independence Day coming up, or maybe even Flag Day, which was last week. For Thanksgiving, I'm guessing she'll put a little pilgrim hat on it, Santa hat for Christmas. So this is Ohio. Sin, you could go visit this. Take a selfie with the 9-foot werewolf. She said she won't take it down. Mary Simmons said Phil the werewolf. His name's Phil. Has kind of become my house mascot. She said she bought the Halloween decoration in October, but chose it up to leave it up all year round. And I mean, it's got to be a bitch to take down, to be honest. She says, I kind of look at it as a security thing. Who wants to break into a house with a 9.5-foot werewolf sitting outside it? I mean, I know I wouldn't. She dresses the werewolf for the season. She says, so we're going to get like a big Hawaiian shirt, maybe some big sunglasses or something. However, her neighbors are not like, someone complained, but it wasn't her neighbors. Her neighbor Haley Barker said, I'm a big horror fan, so I don't really mind it. I watch them dress it up for different occasions and whatnot. I think it's pretty cool. So someone's coming. I'm guessing homeowner association. The dreaded HOA.
Yeah, usually HOAs, as policing as they are, would have been on you as you were putting it up, not 3 years later when you're still dressing it up.
Actually, you got a point right there. Yeah, fair enough. You may now consider... Oh, hold on. Sinatra, 9-foot werewolf decoration in your front yard? Yes or no?
I would wish I had one.
See, that is the correct answer. You may now consider yourself used.
The 12-foot skeleton ones are like $300.
Yeah, but that's an investment in your property, isn't it? I mean, you put in the value of your own home, dare I say, through the roof. Pun intended. Should we have a couple of questions before we get out of here?
Sure.
Okay, people in the chat, if you have any questions for myself, Pollybobs or Sinatra Says, whack them in the chat and we shall answer some. Sinatra, I don't suppose you have anything for us?
No, not today.
No, that's fine. But thank you ever so much for showing up anyway, mate. I know it must have been a bit of a slog. You don't miss it for shit, guys. You don't miss it for shit. I think
yeah, it was a little quiet. I keep muting to hack.
You're all good, mate. Don't worry about it. I think everyone here is very sympathetic and wishes your lungs a speedy recovery. Polly, how was Numi?
It was good. It was good. Good fun time.
How many hours?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to go look. I think somewhere around 4.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. See, I mean, people in the chat, if you've not seen any of Polly's Nurbers, then go and check it out. I mean, this is the kind of if you are traveling from state to state, if you're on a fucking road trip and you don't want to talk to your wife, put on Noir
You're
Bar.
boring. You can go listen to this American, this Frenchman who sounds like a Brit, and this Australian.
You haven't
Don't talk.
Yeah, shut up. You haven't been the same since you've gone through the change. You fucking eggless bitch. Shut up and listen to the dulcet tones of an otter.
Jesus.
Yeah, don't ever call a woman what he just did. Don't
ever
do
call
that.
a woman an eggless bitch.
No.
Fucking, what's the matter with you?
Oh, God, I've started working on the list. It's more of an Excel spreadsheet at this point. Molly Okami says, do you recognise the 9 werewolves in the neighbour's yard? I do not recognise the 9... Oh, sorry, not 9 werewolf. The 9-foot werewolf. Is 1 apostrophe, that's foot, isn't it? And it's 2 for inches. I've always been confused. The 9 punctuation werewolf in the neighbour's yard. I do not recognise the 9 punctuation werewolf in the neighbour's yard. Just another guy says, what do you bench? Wait. He says, Polydub, why are you still not working out? And the Silent Sin, get over your flu. Because they need you. No, Sin still showed
Dude,
up.
I feel like such an asshole that I can't go to the gym.
Yeah, and because you start getting used to it as well. And that first day back is going to be painful, mate. Well, actually, the 2 days after.
I can't wait till I can go back.
Yeah. I gotta say, it was arms on Saturday, though my triceps are very stiff and achy today. They look good, man. I'm lumpy in all the right places. Just another guy, what do you bench? I go to the gym on my own, so I don't actually have anyone to spot me. I'm still on the converging bench press, which, is just the machine, unfortunately. I need a gym buddy, so, just another guy. Just buy me a plane ticket, I'll come up, use your home gym with you. We'll oil each other's backs. Divine Petulance says, what's the meaning...
Spot each other and tell each other we look ripped.
Yeah, and they'd just be like, yeah, bro. And then you'd be like, hell yeah. And then I'll be like, I got to go into a stream. Divine Petulance says, what's the meaning of life? I want to say food.
Pussy.
Pussy. I mean, well, down to what you eat, innit? Either way. Come on.
Ha.
Come on. Well, that's it then, guys. This show is over. But if you find yourself with an itch that only a AAA meeting can scratch, then don't go noshing off a dog just yet. We're going to be back on Wednesday on the Polydub channel at 10:30pm GMT, 5:30pm EST, 4:30 Central, and 5:30am on Christmas Island with news, games, and banter that will make you literally die. If you find yourself at a loose end, then head over to twitch.tv/drunkenplays, where I played some Fable Anniversary earlier on, and I did punch a woman in the face.
She deserved it.
She did, mate. She chatted shit to me. I just went in, I just bought some potions. I come out, she goes, get out of here. So I clocked her. While you're there, be sure to check out Sinatra_says and Polly_dub. But if it's way past your bedtime, then thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for all the generous donations. The best goddamn chat online.
Yeah.
Don't get rid of your 9-foot werewolf.
Whorewolf.
Whore Owners Association.